Hey guys, it's Maria.
This is Tim.
Today is Wednesday, May the 9th, 2018. Welcome to our daily recap.
We have had some technical difficulties. We apologize for the delay in doing videos. But Maria, before we get started, let's hit those closing numbers.
Absolutely. The Dow ended the day up 182 points, closed at 24,542. NASDAQ was up 73 points, closed at 7339. And the S&P was up 25 points and closed at 2697.
So we started having some technical difficulties last week. We recorded 3 videos that we've never got to put out. Again, we apologize. We've got a ton of DMs about this and other things. When's the next video? So we're going to try to get this one out with as little of aggravation in Maria's life as possible. So Maria, in the interest of time, let's go ahead and start with OHGI.
Here's your 5-day chart on it.
Let's extend this out a little bit.
Here's 6 months.
That's what it was. That's what we looked at earlier. Yeah, so we ran into some resistance here in the past. Now, here and there it was kind of support, but there it was having a lot of trouble. So this is the area we kind of want to see clear. If this doesn't clear, this isn't something I'd be interested in staying in very long. What was the news with this, Maria?
The news on this one is that they agreed to acquire Banana Whale Studios.
Banana Whale Studios. It's a B2B software.
They're a B2B, yes.
Plus $1 billion gaming industry. Okay, one thing that I want to caution people about, when you see words like $100+ billion gaming industry, that's not banana whales. That's an industry that this is a very small fraction of. But when I see words like that, it always makes me cautious. Not that this won't go, but just keep that in mind. I've been doing this for 20-something years, and I see words like that, and I caution them. There's no reason for them to tell me it's a $100 billion gaming industry. You know what I'm saying? What's the point? What they're acquiring should stand on its own without telling me about that. So every now and then I get motherfucked on StockTwits for saying that, but hey, I'm going to speak the truth. Anyway, let's see if we can get through this area. ARWR, Maria.
That one's actually been running for a few days, and the chart is really pretty. Here's ARWR. You ignore the big yellow thingy. You'll see what I'm looking at here in a moment. Here's a 5-day on it, looking really good. This is 20 days on it, and let's go out. What was that, a year maybe? Maybe it was 3 years.
Nope. I believe it was. No, it was 5.
5 years. Okay,
yep.
So this is why I have that line there. It's approximately where it looks like there's going to be some resistance. If you look previous, and I know that these levels of resistance are really old, you have you have an attempt here to break that line. This I'm gonna call an attempt to at least test the line. Here's another attempt right here. Just couldn't seem to get through it. Prior to that, this is an area of support, both on if you look on the left side of the screen, over here and over here, you have 2 areas of support. It's now resistance. So we are definitely watching this line, and that line is at 967-ish, so plus or minus a few cents.
I like this. This is interesting. This is one I'm definitely going to keep an eye on. I do like that 5-day you showed us. If we get through this could be interesting. So definitely.
So this actually ran on ER too, right? That's why they ran, I believe. I couldn't remember why they actually ran. So yeah.
Wow, that's a lot less perfect than the consensus.
Yeah, actually, let's see what some of these analysts said. This one is Piper Jaffray, kept his overweight rating after the company's Q2 results. The analyst notes that after initiating phase 1 studies, the company's interim data is now potentially expected at AASLD in November. So it looks like they're looking at the pipeline, added pipeline value.
Very, very interesting. I like this. Let's keep an eye on this one for sure. TRXC, Maria, I wanted to hit that one really quick as well. This one finally got back above 2. It's been a little while. I know we've got a couple people in the room that really like this one that's been in it for a while, and they've rode through some really, really hard dips. So I am kind of excited to see this back over 2. And I love what they do. I mean, I love what they do. So we did get through that.
Chart on it.
Was there news, Maria?
Let's check. They were upgraded to a buy today on the enhanced sales momentum. This was at BTIG, and they had ER yesterday after hours. They reported EPS -6 cents on a consensus of -7. Nice revenue beat. 4.8 million on a consensus of 3.84. And then today that was followed up by this upgrade.
Very interesting. Okay, I like it. So let's keep an eye on this one as well. Last one on the low floats, BLNK.
So this one was it was going crazy that day, remember?
We did. We
That was,
had actually alerted this the other day, pre-market, $1.70 something, got a flat top breakout, just killed it. It was 100% plus gainer. So this one, I don't think it has a lot of room. I'm not giving this a lot of wiggle room. We did put some dots on here, some circles. I really wanted to hold where it's at. I think they did a deal with 3 Whole Foods or something. Before that was some McDonald's. So they're throwing a lot of big names out there. Let's see what happens. The volume's good. I don't know. We'll keep an eye on this one, see if we get any more news out of it. But I do like where it's holding. I just kind of wanted to stay holding here.
I agree with you completely, Tim. Today's area, or where it was bouncing off of, today's support was yesterday's resistance intraday, or in the middle of the day, I should say. It did finally pop through it. Actually moved really nicely after hours. Kind of sold off a little bit after this kind of run. To be honest, I would expect that.
It's
So
expected.
I think I would definitely keep an eye on this. I do want to see this hold this 4.95, $5 area.
So I'm in Dallas, which a lot of the people watching this knows. We're adding some really cool shit to Black Box. So I only got to make one call today, TWLO, which we played last quarter as well. So let's go ahead and pull up that. I believe that's 52-week highs. Matter of fact, I know it's 52-week highs.
You have to
Yeah,
go 3 years back to get any kind of line, and I really don't see resistance until probably about 54.
I would agree with you on this. So showing what I had our call this morning on Twilio, they say this was, I got to trade Qs later on, but we'll get to that in a second. But Twilio, we caught that
So
dip.
this was at 9:22 a.m. I'm sorry, this was 10:22 Eastern in the morning. So this was, where's 10:22? I'm lined up at 9:15, like literally right after this low. Tim says pick up Duolio, and
Yep.
that was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
We were looking at, there was a little wobble on the open, and we like to play dip and rips versus rip and dips, but we was looking for 49.76. It dropped down to 49.75-ish. So we got our entry, and then showing what happened next. So we bought the May 50s. Short term, I know.
Tim at 12:51 Eastern. I'm Central Time, so it shows Central Time, but 12:51, Tim says, "Hey guys, we're up about 142%. You might like, I don't blame you for selling. Don't wait for me." So we actually did take off half and are riding the other half.
That was my call for the day. I did get to play the Qs a little while later. Let's go ahead and pull up the QQQ real quick. What a gorgeous day, Maria. I know you killed QQQ.
Yeah, and guys, again, you've got to ignore some of these lines. Here's today, just so that you're not looking at all those different lines. I had these lines on there from yesterday. They were important to me yesterday. Definitely, you can see where this top area of resistance earlier on in the day, 166, 63-ish. The break of these wicks for me was definitely a buy. I actually did pick it up off of this low yesterday. This salmon pink, whatever colored thing line right there, that was actually it was a top area of one range on a 1 minute chart yesterday. So between the purple and this pink line, we had there was a period of time that we were just playing that range. So I left those on there for my own benefit, and I did play off of that. So the Qs, and I took this screenshot right after I'd entered a trade. Towards the end of the day, ended up roughly 28.6. Actually, I think I ended up, that very last trade got me, I think it was 28.2 and change by the time I got out. So definitely a good day on the Qs for me.
Maria, I need that loan.
Absolutely. Anything for you.
It's funny that the amount I needed to borrow was 28 too. So
I'll wire it over today.
hit me up. VRX. Yesterday it had ER. Today it had some more news. There were some people yesterday that got 100%ers on VRX, which was just gorgeous. We was calling it 100% Tuesday because VRX was very good to us yesterday morning. I actually didn't play it. I forget what I played yesterday morning. I killed something, but it wasn't VRX. But this one, let's go ahead and hit that news.
They were granted orphan status on one of their drugs. So it definitely helped pull them up. I wanted to, so today's high, yesterday, you'll see, let me get these highlighted. Oops, I drew that in the wrong spot. That's okay. There's that. And you'll see over here, let's add the attempt there. I will expand. So you can see that yesterday it was a little bit of support, obviously, before it broke down. Today it was resistance. So previous support becomes new resistance. I cannot emphasize that enough. When you, if especially if you are scalping, previous support becomes new resistance. Always remember that.
Here's one also, because we have several people in the room in this one, and this is one that I buy 6 weeks before ER every time. But MU, I should have got last week. I know a few people did. This Dallas trip is killing me.
So I only picked up 2 contracts. Like I picked up 2 contracts. I didn't even play heavy. I just picked up a couple. And today it's up 28%, but the total gain is this middle column.
Not bad. Not bad. So let's look at this back on 20 days real quick. And also, I believe they had a reiteration on the buy targets. So
actually, yeah. So Morgan Stanley, they put out, it was really nice actually. Let me see if I can find that. I'll read it to you. It was actually from Seeking Alpha, which I don't have pulled up on this side. So I apologize for that, guys. Normally I would just pull it up, but on MU, they said Micron was up 4.1% after analyst cites exceptional cloud computing business. So Morgan Stanley reiterated its overweight rating and calls the company's cloud computing business exceptional.
Well, we are a believer in MU as well, so we like this one. So that's an area that we're watching right there, kind of where.
And look at that. We actually already have this line right here, close to where it closed today. It looks like it's hitting it after hours, but intraday, 5136-ish, we have this as previous support and resistance.
So this is definitely an area we're watching. Maria, are you swinging this one still?
Yes, I am. I'm still in those.
Okay. One that we're in, and somebody asked me, I had a couple of people ask me about this today. AMD, yes, we're still in AMD. Yes, we're up nicely on those contracts. We have 13s for January, and I believe it's July as well.
Yeah, 12 is going to be a big number.
12 is going to be a big number. We get through this 12, which I feel like personally we will. No guarantees, obviously. You know, that's our old lines down there about 1132-ish, and we got through that. And now we're looking to get through this 12, and we get through this 12, and I think this is off to the races personally, especially that 1275-ish. I mean, you know, we got a good shot at 13 once we get past 12.
I agree. So yay, AMD. Nvidia's earnings tomorrow should definitely help that as well.
Let's go ahead and flip Nvidia. While we're talking about AMD, we might as well talk about Nvidia.
Nvidia, yay! So let's go 5 days. Really nice day today. We killed Nvidia. I mean, I think I have 4 different strikes right now sitting in there, all of which will be liquidated tomorrow. I have 230s, I have 240s. I have also on Nvidia 230s, 240s, 260s. I sold my 250, 250s and my 255s. Those are what I scalped today. So on what I have remaining in this account, here is the proceeds.
Now that 250 was a pretty big bugaboo for a while, so it looks like we're clearly above that, which we expected. And you know, if you remember after that last CR when it got down to 220 something, I forget. We'd actually in the room, everybody's like, "What's your price target for the next CR?" I said we should be well above 250, which we hit. So still pretty
all-time high.
Yeah, still pretty consistent on my price targets so far. So yeah, Nvidia, we're definitely watching. We will get back in Nvidia, long or short, whatever, after the ER, but we will liquidate before ER.
Yes.
Maria,
Splunk. Yes,
we will. I want to talk about Splunk.
Yay. So a lot of people keep sleeping on Splunk, like seriously keep sleeping on Splunk. I've been in Splunk for a while. I am now down to 1 contract left, and I think I had I don't remember, maybe a total of 3. So up 180% on very little invested. I'll take it. I'm happy with it.
Absolutely. And on Splunk too, and this is 52-week high, when it broke that wick that you're looking, that wick a few days back or whenever that was.
Right here.
If I had been got to trade this afternoon, I would have nailed that. I would have absolutely scalped that. I'm not always successful, but I will buy high and sell higher. I mean, I love to play previous, resistance breaks. So previous 52 breaks. So definitely keep an eye on Splunk. Maria's down to 1 contract on Splunk. So we did want to let everybody know that she still does have one of those. Tesla, a couple bits of news, Maria. I think there's something about solar panels and also an investigation from the NTSB maybe?
Yeah, Tessa, we played this pop after in the afternoon. Several of us in the room played it. We did catch some nice trades there. The news in the afternoon was that California votes to require solar panels on roofs of new homes, according to Bloomberg. So a lot of your solar companies run RGSE, which I hate. Sorry, guys. First Solar, Sedge, they all ran right at the end of the day. After that came out, well, there was the NTSB is going to investigate another fatal crash that Tesla had. So it's Tesla, and Tesla's going to do what it wants to do. So we will play it just according to the day.
Yep. One last one I want to look at, then we can get to some ERs and after hour stuff. Google, I know you traded that.
Oh, yes. I traded Google. I wish I had bought more contracts. Geez, I wish I had bought more contracts. I think I was playing like 5 contracts.
Yeah.
I should have bought a lot more. And I think when did I call that, Tim? It was fairly early. I know it was up minimum of 20 points at one point in the day. And
Yeah.
I thought it had actually topped out at that point, but it just kept on going. So
Yep.
Google had a lot of news actually, and let's see what we have.
You were trying to call it louder. You kept saying Google guys, Google guys, Google guys, and everybody was talking. So hey, if they missed out, they missed out. So
I said it like at least 4 or 5 times, at least.
you did.
So Google won the drone award. That was one piece of news. Today's the 9th, right? So Pivotal software was selected by StubHub. I'm sorry, Google Cloud and Pivotal software were selected by StubHub as cloud service providers. That came out around 10 a.m. this morning. That was one piece of good news. Then we had FedEx, well, all of these companies won the drone pilot projects with the government, according to Reuters. Then we have Google announces intent to acquire a company. It's an Israeli-based company, which they call a leader in enterprise cloud migration technology.
Keep an eye on Google. You know, this is the kind of been the stepchild a little bit.
Yeah,
So,
and Tim, we talked about this a couple weeks ago too. I don't remember, maybe it was 3 weeks ago, where I remember calling you and saying, "Hey, look at Google for me," because I feel like Google was the laggard out of all the FANG stocks. It was like everything else was running, tanking. And Google was just like, nah, just kind of doing its thing. And granted, it would swing, but it wasn't getting as much attention. It wasn't moving the way I was expecting Google to move. And today it finally did. Now, I believe, guys, don't quote me on this because I haven't had a chance to check yet, but I believe there is a conference that's going on that Google will be at tomorrow as well. So keep an eye on it for a potential move if something comes out of that conference.
Maria, let's hit the after hour scanner.
Yes. How about here? Did you see what here did?
I did.
HEAR. I am so happy for them. Like that was amazing. So let me get the news pulled up on here. They killed that ER. They reported Q1 EPS 16 cents, consensus of -2. Q1 revenue 40.9 million on a consensus of 39.83. They see Q2 EPS -5 cents on a consensus of -54 cents. They see Q2 revenue up 151% to 48 million on a consensus of 20.63. And this adjusted EBITDA number is expected to improve to approximately 2.5 million compared to -2.8 million in second quarter 2017. They also raised their full year 18 EPS view to 95 cents from -12 cents. The consensus was 33 cents. They raised their full year revenue view to 205 million from 157 million. Consensus was 169.57. Congratulations, guys. That is
Nice
gorgeous.
job.
I mean, you cannot ask for a better quarter.
You really
You
can.
seriously cannot ask for a better quarter. That was beautiful. And just so that you have an idea of what it's doing right now, or what it closed at, looks like it closed at 10:35 after hours.
Look at
Closed
the
the
volume.
day at 694.
Look at the
Yeah,
volume.
that
Pull up
volume's
that-
crazy.
Yeah, pull up the scanner.
854,000 shares traded.
This is live volume. This cuts off as soon as the market closes, this starts. So that's live volume. That will tick every trade. Well, the market's after hours just closed right now. Look at VT real quick, Maria. And while you're pulling up VT, I want to address Hemini, which we have been telling people forever and ever, other than for 5 minutes when I was kind of skeptical because, I don't know, Verizon or somebody bought 9% or some shit. And I liked them for about 3.5 seconds. Other than that, we've been saying, guys, they are bleeding cash. You cannot stay in this stock. get out of this thing. So why is VT up? That's decent volume, 312,000.
They had news that came out. They identified population with improved benefit from one of their drugs.
Let's go ahead and pull this a 20-day up real quick. I just want to look at this. Oh,
And also, just so you know, that is data from Part A of the company's Phase 3 steadfast study.
Nice.
So VT.
Yeah, I want to look at this just a little bit longer time frame, and I'm gonna have to wrap it up. I do see Solar Edge, which is one of my favorite companies, is also up after hours.
Yep.
So
they had ER too. I believe they beat.
They did.
This is 20 days.
Yeah, so there's going to be some resistance coming up there, obviously. Let's see how this opens. This could do well. Let's go ahead and pull up a 6 month really.
Here's a 6 month.
Yeah, so that really, we just need to get through this. Really, I'd like to see this get through 3, maybe even closer to, yeah. So, but still, keep your eyes on this one because this one can move. Absolutely. Maria, that's all I've got. I know you got some ERs to talk about tomorrow. Big day on ERs.
Absolutely. Let's see. So for ERs in the morning, we have Enbridge, Duke Energy, Spark Energy, Hymax, AMC Networks, B2 Gold, Randgold, Magna. We have also Depot Med is reporting tomorrow morning. There's not a lot in the morning that I'm watching tomorrow.
Movers.
However, after hours, obviously we have some good ones after hours tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, we have Nvidia, yay, the trade desk, Yelp, Nectar, Dropbox. Dropbox's first IPO will be tomorrow.
First ER after IPO. But yeah, Yelp is a mover, TTD mover, Nvidia, Nectar movers. It's going to be a fun afternoon tomorrow afternoon as well. So anyway, Maria, that's all I've got. Everybody, if you need a free trial, want to come hang out with us, let us know. And
yeah, guys, just like Tim said, if you ever want a trial or if you have questions or tickers or topics that you'd like us to cover, go ahead and put those in the comments. If you have not already done so, please go ahead and subscribe, like, and share our video and channel. And aside from that, stay green tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.